Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Do you guys remember the nuclear physicist who went viral after a woman rejected him on the Pineapple Show? Of course you do, because I did a video about it and so did everyone else. It seemed like on YouTube. And so for those of you who might be lost about this whole situation, the Pineapple Show is a YouTube-based dating show that's hosted by Melly Monaco. And the show will have a featured guest, which is usually a woman who will cycle through different guys. If she's not feeling the guy, she says pineapple. And that's what happened with the nuclear physicist. The featured female guest pineappled him on the basis of what she said was lack of personality.
About pineapples.
Yeah. Why?
Because he literally didn't tell me any qualities about himself. He's just like, I made a 96 on this. I did this. And I feel like I did that at first too. But however, I need a man with some personality.
That's when everybody and their mother, including myself, decided to chime in on the situation. Now, fast forward till a couple of days ago, I stumbled on a video of another woman on another dating show. Shout out to Melanie King. She also runs a dating show. And this woman is actually currently looking for the nuclear physicist and was shooting her shot on the show, right? The guy was her type. She had a different opinion. She liked what she saw, and shout out to her for shooting her shot.
There was a gentleman on the, what was the show? The Pineapple Show. Do you remember? It went viral for a minute and the woman still shot him down. If you're listening, if you're watching, I am interested. I can't find you on Instagram.
In this video, I had a virtual sit down with the actual nuclear physicist where we discuss everything from the Pineapple Show going viral and the current situation with the chick shooting her shot. All right, guys, that's it. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Bro, I'm going to be really honest with you, man. When I got your message, I was like, this guy's trying to catfish me, bro.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. Like, he can't be real. Yeah, no, I'm like actually a real person. It's crazy.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. How have you been? How's it been, everything with basics and training and stuff?
So I went to basic. A lot happened, essentially. I ended up leaving because I didn't want to do nuclear physics. While I was leaving, a lieutenant commander and 6 senior chiefs came to me and said, we want you to commission as an officer after you leave. So I ended up leaving enlistment to become a commissioned officer. So I'm in that transition now. So instead of doing nuclear physics, I'm going to be a surface warfare officer. And what that is those are the guys that are commanding ships. So those are like your captain of the ship, you're like all that shit. I just wanted to do something different. Nuclear physics are like interesting, they're like entertaining, but like it's not what I wanted to do.
I want to know, before we get into like the whole craziness of this chick actually looking for you and, you know, getting on Melanie King's YouTube channel, I want to know, what were your thoughts about the first experience you had on the Pineapple Show?
Oh, dude. Oh, man. That's the funniest. Okay, so I was on Discord, right? I was just vibing with my friends in call. And I had the craziest idea. I was like, one of us should go on the Pineapple Show and just like joke the around. And they're like, well, you're the only guy in this call right now that's comfortable with showing their face. Because I'm an adult, so I was like, I don't really mind if my face is online. It's like, whatever, I can choose that, right? Yeah. But they were like, go ahead and do that. So I was like, you know what? We'll make a bet on it. I lost the bet. So I ended up going on, I went on the Pineapple Show.
Hold on, man. The whole thing was a bet.
Pretty much. Yeah, I have a girlfriend. Gotcha. I've had a girlfriend for the last 2 years. So it had nothing to do with me looking for a girl.
Okay. You've got a girl. What did she think about it?
So I left for boot camp like 3 days after the video happened. Like 3 days after I was on the Pineapple Show, I went to boot camp. So she doesn't know. I told her about it today because I figured I learned that it went viral today. So I told her about it today, and she's like, "Oh, that's funny, right?" Like she's not like, "Hoo-yah, you went on a dating show and it went viral," but she's not like, she's not upset that I did it because she knows I'm not gonna cheat on her. We have that communication between us. So
got you.
Like I was saying, I went on the Pineapple Show. She asked me, you know, she was like, tell me a little bit about yourself. It's an open-ended question. So when I introduce myself, I say the 3 things first: my name, what I do for a living, and if there's anything else they want to know about me. So I got done with the first 2 parts of that, and then immediately after that, she pineappled me. So I was like, oh, okay, so I guess she doesn't want to know anything about me. That's fine. And then afterwards, she says the reason she pineappled me was that I didn't say enough about myself, which I was like, well, I didn't really get a chance to, but it was whatever. So then I noticed that the live chat got upset about it, and they got upset to the point where they were attacking her instead of like being fair to the fact that, you know, she's a human being with her own opinions. So I came back onto the Pineapple Show a second time, and I was like, chat, it's funny, but you don't have to get upset with her about it. So then I left again. And I didn't expect anything to come out of that, because I was just like, oh, I lost a bet. I went on the Pineapple Show, around, found out, and then that was that.
That video took off like a wildfire, man. So let's say this was, you know, hypothetically speaking, let's say this was actually real. You meant to go on the dating app. Was that like her, as far as she goes? Was that like your type or what?
Repeat that. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
If it wasn't a joke,
right,
would you have gone on there and like taken her seriously, as, because you saw in her mind it was serious, you know? I'm gonna be honest with you. That personality is not really my type. She's an attractive looking woman, sure, but ultimately what I noticed that I really like found unattractive about her personality was simply that when I brought up what I do as my work, she tried to compete with it with what she had, with her work, which was nursing school. Which, I mean, if she would have just said that in response to what I said, sure. But the issue that I had with it was that she said, "Well, he's a nuclear physicist. That's whatever, because I'm in nursing school." Yeah. It was like, you don't have to compete with me. That's not like, that wasn't my intention. I was just trying to introduce myself. I wasn't trying to be combative in any kind of way. So I don't know. I just found that bit unattractive. It feels like I feel like she might have thought that I was trying to impress her with my job, which wasn't the case. Man. That's just how I introduced myself. Yeah, man. And the whole thing was like, how much can you really know about somebody within a couple of questions? That was my thing. Okay.
Right.
Personality, you can't know too much about somebody just within a couple of minutes. You looked at somebody and she thought like, okay, maybe I wouldn't get along with this person. I think it had a lot to do with other stuff, man, that in my my personal assessment. So, okay, so you get back, you see that the video's gone live, and then you see a second video of another chick who's like, hey, I want the nuclear physicist.
Man,
what do you think of that?
I saw like 6 videos, and honestly, I only found out because the same guys I was in call with when I went on to the Pineapple Show called me again and was like, yo, you gotta see this shit. It was insane.
Yeah.
How did I feel about it? I don't know. It's like that kind of situation where you always thought like, you know, if I was famous, I would react to it like this. But then when anything like viral happens to you, you're just like, what the do I do now? I have
what does your girl think now that all these girls are trying to check on you? I'm sure she's like, what the
I don't I'm gonna be honest with you on that one. I don't know, man. I mean, I hold myself to a self-improvement standard, right? So I'm always trying to better myself. However a girl perceives me isn't really my business unless they're serious about trying to date me. So I hope my girlfriend understands that I'm with her, right? So I don't have any intention of changing that until I have an intention of changing that. And right now I still don't have that intention of changing that. Gotcha. So I hope, right? Because I just learned about it today, so we haven't like fully discussed this or anything. But I hope she realizes that, you know, I'm with her for a reason, and it has nothing to do with like me being sought out by other women at all. I hope that doesn't become a situation that I have to like have a discussion with her about, honestly.
Yeah, because that would, she understands, man. Yeah. Especially now you've given her like the backstory and stuff. Yeah, this is definitely a plot twist for sure. Okay, I've got another question.
Not a problem.
What do you think of the whole because my whole approach to the whole situation was, I thought she was looking for a more bad boy type. You know, there are a lot of women out here who, when you are educated, they sort of cross you off or put you in a box of he won't be fun, he won't be exciting. You know what I mean? They're looking for that excitement, that bad boy. And that was the approach that I came at it in my video. What do you think of that?
I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I like fast cars. I'm a car guy. So ultimately, when it comes to the kind of vibe a girl is looking for, I don't know, man. Did she want to? It seemed to me like what you said is correct. She was talking. The people that she talked to for extended lengths of time seemed to be people that had like a less stable lifestyle, I'll say. Not ones that are unsuccessful, but ones that they're unpredictable, I would say. Which, I mean, I don't have any qualms with. If you're looking for someone that, you know, lives on the edge, by all means, that's fine. I just live on the edge in a different way, and my way is, you know, I want to continuously improve myself, whether that be education, physicality, martial arts, finances, whatever.
And the reason why I had to make that point is a lot of times, you know, I've spoken to women and had conversations on my channel, and I hear a lot of them say the same things. It's always like, well, guys are such assholes, you know, guys are broke. I never can find a guy who knows what he wants. I'm like, how are you guys all finding this same type of guy? It just means that that's the guy that you guys are attracted to, that most women are attracted to. And there are guys out there who are more stable, but the problem is he's probably going to expect you to be, to at least equal his stability to some extent, right? And so because you don't want to be in a situation where your standards would be challenged, a lot of the times they complain about the same type of guys that they actually go after and avoid what would be beneficial for them in the long run.
Yeah, ultimately, I do believe that's the case. If you end up in a relationship with the same type of guy multiple times, even though you say that you don't like that specific kind of guy, I think it ultimately boils down to the fact that you're attracted to that type. You're just not attracted to the end results of what a relationship with that type of man ends up being. Because a lot of the times, you know, if you're attracted to somebody who, you know, is emotionally distant or has an unstable, like, financial situation, you're going to end up having a discussion that may be negative about finances or the way that they treat you. So ultimately, it really does boil down to what they're attracted to, man. And I can't control that, but at the same time, like, I wish they would take a moment of self-reflection and be like, well, if I'm still dating the same kind of guy, even though I say I want a different guy, is it really the guy's fault that I'm dating, or is it I'm pursuing the wrong type of relationship?
Yeah, man. And that requires some accountability. And unfortunately, man, you know, they don't like that coffee. Like I like to say on my podcast. Yeah, bro, man, I appreciate you for reaching out, man. And just kind of, you know, having this conversation. This is wild. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to deliver news of like, yeah, hey, he's down. He's looking for you too. And, you know, you guys set up a date, but this is.
No, man, I'd love to talk to her. I mean, she seems interesting. I mean, formal conversations, or, I mean, I'm down to be friends with anyone. I don't necessarily have to seek this girl out for like a relationship. It's just, I find like what she was talking about interesting. She seems like a nice person.
Definitely seems that way, man. You're a solid dude. Sounds good. And we'll talk more, man. Appreciate you for reaching out.
All right. And have a good evening.
All right, man. You too. Later.
All right, guys. So there you go. You heard it for yourself. As always, man, I'm curious to know what you guys thought of the conversation. Comment down below. Share your opinion. I appreciate you guys for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. Subscribe, like the video. Until next time, talk soon. Peace.